Gary Glitter, 78, was released from prison in Dorset last month and was staying in a hostel in the south of England, guarded by security. The disgraced rock star has now been reportedly thrown back in prison after breaking bail conditions by using a smartphone to ask about the dark web. Gary Glitter was tonight recalled to prison according to The Sun, just 38 days after he was released. According to the publication, he was snapped on camera at a bail hostel asking how to avoid detection when web browsing on a smartphone. Strict bail conditions include wearing a tag, as well as telling the police if he enters a relationship with anyone who has a child under the age of 18. He must also tell the police 7 days in advance before any traveling, and officers are able to veto any trip if they fear a risk of further offences taking place. Gene Hackman, 93, seen for first time in years and 2 decades since last film role. Legendary actor Gene Hackman made a very rare appearance as he was seen for the first time in years after retiring from Hollywood. Find out more here. Gary, real name Paul Gadd, was jailed for 16 years in 2015 for sex crimes against a young girl under the age of 13. Leading Tory MP Mr Buckland, who was also Lord Chancellor, told Mail Online of the reports. "I would have thought there would be licence conditions prohibiting this sort of activity, and I hope the Ministry of Justice takes swift action to deal with this." Former Home Secretary Priti Patel said that if Glitter was breaching conditions imposed when he was freed last month, he should be sent straight back to jail. She remarked, "This is very shocking and makes you feel sick." The Ministry of Justice said, sex offenders are closely monitored by the police and probation service and face some of the strictest license conditions, including restrictions on internet use. If an offender breaches these conditions, they can be recalled to prison. The footage obtained by The Sun on Sunday, reportedly from a fellow inmate, shows the former rocker looking gaunt and with a hearing aid. He says, "Shall I get rid of this duck?" A companion replied, "Yeah, I wouldn't bother using that." Glitter then responds, "So what do I do next? Let's try and find this onion." DuckDuck is likely to be a reference to a search engine with high levels of privacy, while onion is a term used for the dark web. The Sun reported that Deputy Prime Minister Dominic Raab, also the Justice Secretary, has demanded a full report from officials on the scandal. The source told the publication, "The mood music is heading in one direction." The Deputy PM has now taken a personal interest, as you would expect. The pictures and comments in themselves are enough to have raised serious concerns. In 1997, Gary was found with a cache of 4,000 sickening pictures on his laptop. He was released on license after being convicted in 2015 of historical sexual abuse of girls under 13 in the 1970s and 1980s.